When it comes to picking one of these two pairs of hearing aids, you really can't make a wrong choice. Hey guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm doing a comparison between the Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio hearing aid and the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aid so you can decide which one's best for you. Of the new hearing aids released over the past several months, these are definitely two of the best. In August of 2024, we saw the release of the new Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio hearing aids, and just a few months later in October, we saw the release of the new Starkey Edge Ai. I will say that the biggest feature update for both of these hearing aids is the new deep neural network that they're using for sound processing following Audicon's lead from a couple years ago. And since I brought up Audicon, if you want to see my comparison videos comparing the Phonak Audeo Sphere to the Audicon Intent or the Starkey Edge Ai to the Audicon Intent, I will link those videos down in the description for you. On top of that, I also have independent detailed review videos for each of these different pairs of hearing aids, so if you want to get my full opinion on both of them, including both pros and cons, make sure that you check out those as well. Please keep in mind that while both of these hearing aids are fantastic, neither one of them are very good at all unless you go to a hearing care professional who follows comprehensive audiologic best practices. Best practices are a series of considerations and procedures by your hearing care professional to ensure that you're able to receive the maximum amount of benefit from whatever hearing aids you use. The problem is, it's extremely difficult to find one of these best practice providers. However, if you'd like an easier way to find one of these providers, I highly recommend that you go to my website, hearingup.com, and find a Hearing Up Network member in your area. Hearing Up members have been vetted and are committed to following comprehensive audiologic best practices so you can hear your absolute best no matter which hearing aids you choose to use. Now, before I get into a head-to-head comparison of these two different hearing aids, do me a huge favor and click the like button. It really helps out my channel because it gets these videos in front of a broader audience. And while you're at it, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. And while you're at it, let me know down in the comments section which one of these two pairs of hearing aids you find to be the best and why. All right, let's go ahead and start this comparison looking at the different form factors and the different technology levels that each one of them offer. The Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio hearing aids only come in a receiver-in-canal rechargeable form factor with two technology levels, level 90 and level 70, with level 90 being their premium offering. There is technically a non-sphere version of the Infinio hearing aids that come in 4 different technology levels, but they do not have the deep neural network that I'll be talking about inside of the sphere version of these hearing aids. The Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids, on the other hand, come in several different form factors. So the one that I have right here is a rechargeable receiver-in-canal model, but there is also an additional receiver-in-canal model that has a telecoil that is still rechargeable, and they have a size 312 disposable battery version of this receiver-in-canal hearing aid. But that's not all. They also have custom rechargeable full shell, half shell, and in-the-canal hearing aids on this Edge Ai platform. And to top it all off, they even have a wireless, completely in-the-canal, non-rechargeable version of this hearing aid. The Edge Ai also comes in 3 different technology levels. You have level 24, level 20, and level 16, with level 24 being their premium offering. Essentially, Phonak gives you one form factor with this particular hearing aid, and Starkey gives you a variety of different form factors, and Starkey gives you one additional lower technology level as well. As far as rechargeability goes, the Phonak Sphere gives you up to 16 hours of battery life on a single charge, and the time it takes to go from 0% battery to 100% battery inside of the charger is around 3 hours. The Sphere also comes standard with a premium charging case that stores 3 additional charges inside of it without it having to be plugged into the wall, so you can charge your hearing aids on the go. The only real problem with this charger is that the well where custom ear molds would go into inside of there isn't very big, so if you have larger ear canals with big custom ear molds, it's very difficult to fit those inside of this charger. Now, the rechargeable receiver-in-canal Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids have a ton of battery life. The smaller version will get you up to 41 hours of battery life, and the larger version that has the telecoil inside of it will get you up to 51 hours of battery life. The custom rechargeable versions of the Edge Ai hearing aids will get you up to 42 hours of battery life on a full charge. Starkey offers both their regular Starlink Charger 2.0, which is the one that I'm holding right here. This one does not have an internal power bank, so you have to have it plugged into the wall. But they also offer a premium model of this charger that does store additional charges inside of it, but that's likely going to be an upgrade that you have to pay for with your hearing care professional. Both of these chargers, though, have plenty of room for custom ear molds if that is something something that you need to use to optimize the performance of these devices. And the custom charger is extremely easy to use for individuals with poor finger dexterity. When it comes to the size differences between these two different hearing aids, there is a pretty stark difference. So let me go ahead and just hold the Phonak Sphere up to the camera here for you to give you an idea of what that really looks like. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and put this one inside of my ear as well so you can compare it with the Starkey Edge Ai. Now, the Starkey Edge Ai model that I have with me right now is actually the smallest one that they have. It's the Emmerich version of this, but you can see how much smaller that is. I'm going to put this one into my left ear, and then I'll spin my chair around so you can see what this ultimately looks like. I've got the Phonak device on the right ear, the Starkey device on the left ear. Let me start off by showing you the Starkey device. This one is in a silver color. Hopefully you can see it there okay. Let me spin back the other way so you can see what the Phonak one looks like, and you can see that that is definitely much bigger. Let me see if I can go straight back from the camera. And if I slide my glasses on, it's not really a huge issue with either one of these hearing aids, but you may be able to see that it pushes out my right ear a little bit further than what it pushes out my left ear. Here's an additional side-by-side comparison of these two hearing aids so you can get an idea of the size differences between them. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about durability of these two different hearing aids. So the Phonak Sphere is an IP68 hearing aid, which means that it's incredibly moisture and debris resistant. They've tested it for over 10,000 hours and 135 different tests to make sure that this hearing aid is extremely durable. Quite honestly, it's one of the most water resistant and debris resistant hearing aids on the planet right now, which means that it's right up there with the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids, which have an IP68 plus rating, meaning that these are also extremely resistant to moisture and debris. This is in large part thanks to the 8 protective layers that Starkey has created called their Pro 8 Hydra Shield inside of the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids. At the end of the day, both the Phonak Sphere and Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids are some of the most durable hearing aids on the market right now. When it comes to the fitting ranges of both of these hearing aids, you can essentially fit the same exact levels of hearing loss with either one of them. The Phonak Spheres use a standard, medium, power, and ultra power receiver, so you can treat anything from a mild level hearing loss up to a profound level hearing loss, and the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids use a low power receiver, medium power, and ultra power receiver as well. I will say that both of these hearing aid manufacturers have really good custom ear molds to be able to retain the amount of amplification inside of your ear canals, especially when you get up to the more severe and profound levels of hearing loss. When it comes to the precision of programming for these hearing aids, the Phonak Sphere will give your hearing care professional 20 different adjustment bands that they can manipulate to match your hearing loss prescriptive targets. And this is both true for the 90 level of technology and the 70 level of technology. The Starkey Edge Ai gives you 24 different adjustment bands in their 24 level of tech, but the 20 level of tech gives you 20 different adjustment bands, and the 16 level of tech gives you 16 adjustment bands. Both of these hearing aids have a variety of different digital features that your hearing care professional can optimize to whatever level is most appropriate for you. Now, when it comes to performance and background noise, the biggest variable that will control for this is the new deep neural network that both of these hearing aids are using that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Now, if you do not know what a deep neural network is for sound processing in hearing aids, I highly recommend that you check out this video that I will also have linked in the description for you. Essentially, a deep neural network is an artificial human brain that uses artificial intelligence to be able to separate speech from background noise. The Phonak Sphere actually has 2 chips inside of it. It has the regular Era chip and it has their deep sonic chip that uses artificial intelligence that was trained by the deep neural network. To access this artificial intelligence sound processing using the deep sonic chip to separate speech from background noise, you can either manually toggle the spheric speech and loud noise program, or the spheric speech and loud noise program can activate automatically when you get into noisy environments. Now, please keep in mind that when you're using the spheric speech and loud noise program, either manually or automatically, it can take your battery life of your hearing aids down from 16 hours of use down to around 7 hours of use, which means that you do not want to use this program that activates the deep sonic chip all the time. However, when you do activate this program to use artificial intelligence separating speech from background noise, it can get you up to a 10 decibel signal to noise ratio improvement, which is really impressive. I am going to go ahead and play an audio sample of this for you here in a minute after I explain what Starkey's doing with their deep neural network. Starkey uses their new G2 neural processor chip, which actually has an integrated neural processing unit to perform this AI sound processing using their deep neural network. So instead of having 2 chips inside of the Starkey device, they're able to incorporate it inside of their main chip. However, to get the full benefit of this deep neural network using the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids, you have to activate Edge Mode Plus. Edge Mode Plus is not a feature that will activate automatically inside of the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids. You have to actually activate it yourself, either through the hearing aid, through your smartphone app, or through your Apple Watch. However, when you do activate it, it can get you between 10 and 13 decibels of signal-to-noise ratio improvement. So now that you know how both Phonak and Starkey are integrating this deep neural network into their sound processing of their hearing aids, let me go ahead and give you a comparison of how both of them sound.
I can sponge it maybe later by judging the track or something, but this was like the intro song. And I was so behind the beat because when I would press it down, all of a sudden the pitch shift stuff was behind by like 10 milliseconds. I mean, it's enough to make the feel off, you know?
Range anxiety which our goal at Starkey was to remove the fear from hearing aid users that they'll miss out on one of life's most important moments due to running out of battery life in their hearing aids.
Now, you have to admit that both of these sound samples were really impressive for each of these hearing aids, but I want to know what you think, so let me know down in the comment section which one you thought sounded better. Now, just keep in mind that in the real world, your performance and background noise has a lot to do with how your hearing care professional fits you with both of these hearing aids and how they're programmed for you. Now, if you're looking for an easy way to improve your ability to hear in background noise even more than what these deep neural networks can do for you, I highly recommend that you check out Lace AI Pro for auditory training. Lace AI Pro is an auditory training program that you do right from your smart device, and it's like physical therapy but for your ears. Depending on the level of hearing loss you have, Lace AI Pro can significantly improve your ability to hear in background noise by up to 6 decibels. This is roughly equivalent to a 60% improvement in speech understanding when you're in a background noise situation. And this is in addition to the benefit that you would get from using hearing aids alone. Lace is backed by over 20 years of use and over 80 research studies to prove its effectiveness. Now, to get Lace AI Pro, you need to purchase a license, but for Dr. Cliff channel subscribers, I will have a discount code down in the description of this video, as well as a link for you to check it out for yourself. In terms of comparing the overall performance of each of these hearing aids, I like to refer to HearAdvisor, which is an independent hearing aid testing lab that tested the overall objective performance of each of these devices. Both the Phonak Sphere and the Starkey Edge Ai received a sound grade of an A from HearAdvisor. The overall initial score of the Phonak Sphere was 4.4, and the overall initial score of the Starkey Edge Ai was 3.8, with the higher the number being better. The overall tune score, which indicates the performance of each of these hearing aids after real ear measurement has been used to optimize the programming of them, the Phonak Sphere went from a score of 4.4 to a score of 5.2. And the Edge AI improved from a score of 3.8 to 4.5. However, the thing that everybody cares about is the speech and noise performance. After optimization using real ear measurement, the Phonak Sphere hearing aids got a speech and noise score of 4.6 out of 5, which is the highest score that they have ever recorded on any hearing aid that they've ever tested. And the Starkey Edge Ai only scored a 2.6 out of 5. So how is this possible? How did the Phonak Sphere outperform the Starkey Edge Ai by that much in this objective testing? Well, it is likely due to the fact that HearAdvisor tests these hearing aids in their automatic modes. And like I mentioned a little bit earlier, the Starkey Edge Ai will not activate their Edge Mode Plus feature automatically, but the Phonak Sphere will activate its spheric speech and loud noise program automatically. That being said, we will have to wait for an apples-to-apples comparison of the deep neural network performance of the Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinios and the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids. Because as of right now, based on objective testing, the Phonak Sphere hearing aid is the clear market leader when it comes to performance in noisy situations. And the Starkey Edge Ai isn't even in the top 10. So, this is just another reason to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel with notifications turned on, because as soon as they do the objective testing of Edge Mode Plus using the Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids, I will make sure to publish a video on it. As far as connectivity goes, the Phonak Sphere did receive a nice upgrade from Bluetooth version 4.2 to version 5.3, which means that it will be future compatible with Bluetooth LE Audio and Auracast. Of course, this will come with a future firmware update inside of these hearing aids that can be done by your hearing care professional, because as of right now, Phonak has made the decision to stay with Bluetooth Classic, which is the most universally used form of Bluetooth that can connect to virtually any Bluetooth device on the market right now. I should also mention that the Phonak Sphere does not have access to a telecoil, nor can you use a cross transmitter with it. The Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids also got a nice Bluetooth upgrade to version 5.3, but they give you access to a variety of different Bluetooth options, including made for iPhone Bluetooth Low Energy technology, the Asha Bluetooth protocol for Android devices, and even LE Audio and Auracast right now. Now, everybody has their own opinions on which form of Bluetooth is better. Some people say Bluetooth Classic is better. Some people say that made for iPhone Bluetooth is better. Nobody says that Asha is better. And then a lot of people are starting to perceive the sound quality improvements of LE Audio Bluetooth. The RIC RT version of the Edge Ai hearing aid also gives you access to a telecoil, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, and the RT version and the size 312 disposable battery version of this hearing aid also gives you access to a cross transmitter. In terms of audio streaming, the Phonak Sphere gives you a lot of customization on the sound quality because they break up all of the different streaming options that you would have into different program settings. So you can have separate audio streaming for music-related media, speech-related media, phone calls, streaming from a partner mic, or even streaming from a Roger device. Every single one of these different programs can be customized differently by your hearing care professional depending on how you want them to sound, and there are other digital features that they can activate to get rid of some more of your surrounding sound versus the streaming that you're trying to get. The Sphere hearing aids are also compatible with the ActiVent receivers from Phonak, which will open and close the venting of the ear molds to trap in more low-frequency bass tones to make music sound better and to block out a little bit more background noise. The Starkey Edge Ai streaming customization is rather limited ever since they got rid of the Stream Boost feature about a year ago. Now your hearing care professional has to customize a manually activated program that you can switch into after you start streaming into the Edge Ai hearing aids. I will say that the streaming sound quality using the made for iPhone Bluetooth Low Energy protocol and the Asha protocol are not very good inside of the Starkey devices. You will get a step up if you go and use a device that uses the Bluetooth LE audio streaming, but those devices are limited at this moment. If streaming sound quality is really important to you with the Starkey devices, make sure that you check out their compatibility list of all of the Bluetooth devices that are out there that are compatible with the Starkey Edge Ai using Bluetooth LE audio. Another feature made possible by the Bluetooth is app controls. The Phonak Sphere uses the My Phonak app, which allows you to change programs, adjust volume, customize your own programs, track your health data, and engage in remote programming sessions with your hearing care professional. You also have the ability to download the My Roger Mic app, which will allow you separate controls for any of the Roger devices that you may have with these hearing aids. I'll cover what these Roger devices are here in just a minute, so bear with me. The Edge Ai hearing aids use the My Starkey app. This app allows you to do pretty much all the same things, including changing programs, changing volume, creating custom programs, tracking your health data, and activating telehear remote programming. However, you also get a few other cool features such as language translation, transcription services, fall detection, a hearing aid self-check feature, and a balance assessment feature using the Steady protocol. The My Starkey app is also compatible with an Apple Watch, so if you want to make some adjustments to your hearing aids, you can do it right from your wrist. Starkey also gives you access to a second app called HearShare, where you can share usage and activity data with people that you designate, like a friend or family member, if you want to have a second set of eyes on your overall hearing treatment. When it comes to accessories, it's really hard to beat a Phonak hearing aid. The Phonak Sphere gives you access to a remote control, a partner mic, and a TV connector. However, where it really stands out is the Roger microphones using Roger Direct. The Roger microphones include the Roger On 3, the Roger Select 3, and the Roger Table Mic 3 that now have unlimited receivers. These are by far the most useful and impressive assistive listening devices on the market, and they all communicate directly with the Phonak hearing aids because of their integrated Roger receivers using Roger Direct. The Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids currently only have access to a Starlink Remote Control 2.0 and the Starlink Edge TV streamer. Although I do expect Starkey to roll out some form of remote microphone at some point in the future. Not only does this mean that you can stream audio directly into your Starkey Edge Ai hearing aids from your TV, but you can share that audio with anyone else who has Auracast-enabled devices, whether this is hearing aids, earbuds, or headphones. And last but not least, I want to touch base a little bit on the custom ear molds that you can get from Phonak and from Starkey. Oftentimes, to maximize your performance with hearing aids, you need to use some form of a custom ear mold. The Phonak Sphere can use the custom seashells from Phonak, but you can also use the ActiVent receivers that open and close the vents when you're in a noisy situation, as well as when you're streaming. Phonak accepts either physical ear mold impressions from your hearing care professional or 3D digital impressions from your hearing care professional, so they can make some of the best custom ear molds in the world. But you know who else makes some of the best custom ear molds in the world? That's right, Starkey. Starkey makes some fantastic custom ear molds for all of their receiver and canal products, and of course, if they're good at making custom ear molds for the receiver and canal technology, they also make really good custom ear molds for their custom line of devices. Honestly, when it comes to really good custom ear molds, you really cannot go wrong with either Phonak or Starkey. Okay, so clearly both of these hearing aids are extremely impressive, but there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. First, you have to be very clear on what your specific wants and needs are, because what's most important for you may not be most important for somebody else when you're picking out the best pair of hearing aids. The second thing you need to consider is the hearing care professional that you're going to. If they're very experienced working with one of these hearing aids but not the other, you may not want to go with the one that they are not experienced in working with. And the third being whether or not your hearing care professional follows comprehensive audiologic best practices, including real ear measurement when they're fitting and programming these hearing aids for you. Just like you saw with the HearAdvisor objective testing, both of these hearing aids perform significantly better after they were custom programmed using real ear measurement. Quite honestly, if you go and get one of these hearing aids from a hearing care professional that doesn't follow best practices, including real ear measurement, chances are you're going to be wasting a ton of money on these devices because they won't be performing their best. But as long as you take your time to identify which one of these hearing aids has the features that you're looking for, and you go to a hearing care professional who follows best practices, I can virtually guarantee that you'll do great with either one of these hearing aids.